I'm sorry, George, it was about the university.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Okay. Rearrange the word. She and Nick are having dinner at Valentino's. I just saw this plan of her works. That's a nice place.
Very good.
Sweet. I just saw this plan. Do you think the Federation will let Nick play again? It's hard to say. Depends on the proof Nick gives them. What will it happen when Nick can play? It's impossible for them to win.
Very good.
Okay. Hi, Lana. It's Jackie. Got to talk to you. Do you have time? Jackie. Do you have time? Is it okay?
Okay. So to cry. Okay, very good. Excellent.
you remember your first day of school? Do you recall the time you met your best friend? Do you remember the last time you saw your grandfather? Well, of course you do. We all recollect important events and people in our lives. Thousands and thousands of events and people. But how does the memory actually work? And how accurate is our memory? Now, most people think that the memory is like a video recorder that records every event accurately and stores it intact, like a videotape on a shelf. Then years later, when we remember something, we just replay the tape. And presto, our memories of those events are perfectly clear. All the sights, sounds, and so on are replayed accurately. Well, this may be a logical way to think about memory, but actually, research on human memory has shown that our memories really aren't like video recordings at all. No, instead, our memories are a combination of several mental processes. Our memories are constructed out of images from the original event, plus our emotions, beliefs, imagination, dreams, and the many things we have heard or read since that time. For example, when we think we are remembering a major event, like our first day of high school or a job interview, we are actually reconstructing the event, adding to it or altering it as a result of all these different mental processes. And our memories, unlike video recordings, change over time. They're not the same from day to day or year to year because the connections in our brain change constantly. Our memories are also influenced by the situation and the people around us. When you're talking to one of your parents at home, you will remember something one way. If you are talking with a close friend at school, you'll remember it differently. So, the next time you recall an event, remember, your memories are never really a true video recording of what happened. They're always enhanced and altered versions of the event.
All right. So sounds good. You understand all these words?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Anybody could see she was scared.
Why is this dress just in two?
Like anybody?
Why just
Cualquiera?
in?
Anybody. They're combined together to make a word. Like um all those are words that combine to express another idea. As you can see, they have their thing and no, nothing. They have some and thing, something. So those are, what are those called?
They admitted everything. Thanks, but it was nothing. I have something to ask you. And this will be sometime next year. Anybody could see she was scared. They admitted everything. Thanks, but it was nothing. I have something to ask you. And this will be sometime next year. I'm trying to get hold of someone named Jackie Bishop.
They admitted every detail. They admitted every detail.
And we got everything recorded.
How did you know they were going to say something about me? How did you know they were going to say something about me?
When I mentioned kick shoes to Jackie, I had no doubt. Anybody could see she was scared.
What do you think?
So were you able to understand those combination compound nouns?
Yeah, maybe this.
When I mentioned kick shoes to Jackie, I had no doubt. When I mentioned kick shoes to Jackie, I had no doubt.
It's ordinary.
When I mentioned kick
Okay, very
shoes,
good. Yeah.
I had no doubt.
No doubt. Yeah. I think yes.
Anybody could see she was scared.
That's good. They're all good.
Anyway, the news has already been on.
And no one has heard the real story. Maybe somehow I can stop it.
Why don't we have some coffee? Why don't we have some coffee? Everyone will know the truth soon.
Okay, very good.
Should I or not?
Yeah, continue working on it.
How can I thank you for everything?
How can I thank you for everything?
It was nothing really.
It was nothing really.
I don't know why anybody would try to ruin my career.
I don't know why anybody would try to ruin my career.
People sometimes do crazy things for money.
People sometimes do crazy things for money.
I have something to ask you.
I have something to ask you.
Okay.
So,
So we'll jump into reading,
here,
or you want to? 1 second. I think there's more. Actually, there's more work we could do there, but yeah, you do the clarification exercises.
where is it?
They're inside
Communication.
pronunciation.
I'm lost.
You lost. Go to the, you know where the pronunciation task is?
No.
Okay, go to huh. Go to the other book. You're in the wrong book.
Hmm. Hmm. What would it be?
Right.
Talia, Dean's, another lesson.
We're in B3.
Okay.
Pronunciation.
Which one?
The clarification exercises.
This
Pronunciation. Yeah.
This is about, well, us.
Us? As in you and me?
Yes.
I think Jackie takes acting classes at the university. Acting classes? Yeah, she's a wannabe actress.
wanna be.
You've done your homework, haven't you? My homework? I mean, have you found out what courses she's taking and everything? When are you going to introduce me to Byron Walters?
Who?
Byron Walters, that film director friend of yours. She works for Newsline.
Where does she work?
Newsline.
I have a confession to make.
What? You have a confession to make? I thought this whole thing was over.
No, it's not about that.
Okay.
Talia works for Newsline.
What does she do?
Talia works for Newsline.
What does she do?
Talia works for Newsline.
What does she do?
I don't understand.
Okay. So you have that right.
Yeah, so
So you see here if they answer, if they respond, to the answer. If you hear it, say choose which one they're saying. So whether you chose the correct one. She works with Newsline. She mentions that she worked for Newsline.
yes, but here
Talia works for Newsline.
What does she do?
she works for Newsline again.
Okay.
So what's the difference between number 1 and 2?
It doesn't answer it, so
Okay.
she works. So she's not, she already answered that she works for Newsline. So the next one will be that she's what?
The game is next weekend.
When is it?
Nick's teammate sent in the phony recording.
Who?
Nick's teammate sent in the phony recording.
Who?
Nick said he had a confession to make.
What?
Okay, so the first one is that she's a researcher. Yeah, so we'll choose that one. The second one, I'm sorry. Second one. No, the second.
This?
Yeah.
Talia works for Newsline.
What does she do?
So she's a researcher. So it's good. Or continue with the next. You can.
Wrong.
Nick said he had a confession to make.
What?
Why is it he want to ask Talia out when they were in college?
Well, back to the recording.
Nick said he had a confession to make.
What?
No, not that we're recording. The other one, the one where remember the video listening.
Nick's teammate sent in the phony recording.
Who?
I
So
don't
it
get
just you get it right. So the exercise was to listen to each sentence, pay attention to the information of the question that is the second recording speaks. You ask. So the question is, does the speaker use rising intonation to ask clarification or falling information? Yeah, it's a weird exercise. We can exit and go back to the main. It's a little confusing for me as well, so I'll pass.
Okay, next. Um,
She left her cell phone at home.
Where?
She left her cell phone at home.
Where?
mm,
She left her cell phone at home.
Where?
Nick's teammate sent in the phony recording.
Who?
So notice the difference between 1 and 2. When they asked the last part, like how she asked where and where. It's just
She
instead of
left her
trying to
cell phone at home.
Where?
She left her cell phone at home.
Where?
okay. Like, other.
She left her cell phone at home.
Where?
She left her cell phone at home.
Where?
What's the difference?
So that's what we're trying to like exercise with the listening. I would say different tone. Um, where and where, like you're wondering where, like the place, and then like I guess the actual place, like the table. but it's based on tone. So the first one is she left the cell phone at home, and she asked where. So we don't know where it is. It's at home. So where exactly was she was asking, right? She's asking on the table. And the second one, she gives a higher pitch. So she is where. So she's asking for the actual place. You know, she wants him to repeat the place, even though he already mentioned it. So I guess it's just picking the tone, different tone. Where and where.
Nick's teammate sent in the phony recording.
Who?
Who cares?
The game is next weekend.
When is it?
Nick said he had a confession to make.
What?
All around.
Right. So that one was.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think it's important.
Well, it's just an exercise on the tone, because where is still the same. You know, it means the same. Where, donde,
Mhm.
right? So dependiendo on qué tono den, significa cuál están preguntando. Si la que ya dijeron, o sea, where, like dijeron que en la casa, or she's at home, where, like donde, en qué lugar. So just
O sea, si dicen where más exagerado, quieren algo más específico, ¿no ves?
right, sí.
Y si es un where más leve, puedes repetir, ¿no?
No, al revés.
¿Al revés?
Sí. So
Entonces,
si no escucharon bien, dicen where, y la otra es oh where, like where, donde.
ok.
Yeah.
Ok.
I just had dinner at Valentino's with Talia.
Where?
Ahí te están diciendo repetir, ¿no?
Sí.
Ok.
At Valentino's. We went there to listen to Dean and Jackie confess.
To listen to who?
Ok, más relax.
Dean Bishop and his sister Jackie. They admitted everything.
Everything?
Yeah. Dean even admitted that he sent in the phony tape.
The phony tape?
You know, the tape that was edited to make it sound like I took a bribe. Dean was the one who sent it to Newsline.
Where did he send it?
Now it's reading, ¿no?
Yes, reading. Okay, so number 4. Many people believe that Ethiopian coffee has a special bitter flavor that no other coffee has. Is the only bitter one? What is bitter?
I don't know what boiling and brew.
Okay, boiling is when you're have a lot of water and it is hot, so starts to boil. You know, like you boil soup, you boil vegetables.
Soplar,
Monday?
como decir soplar.
No, water in water in a stove. If you have it like inside of a bowl and it's really hot, the water is boiling. Agua,
Ah,
agua calientísimo, caliente. O sea, empieza hirviendo. Hirviendo significa.
yeah.
Brew is like when you make the coffee
Mhm.
and you pour hot water. That's brewing. The coffee is,
Humear,
sí.
pero es lo mismo que hervir.
No exacto, porque está sirviendo el café, pero del café sale el juguito. So eso es brew.
Ajá. Y el boiling, humo.
So brew es a la- um, fermentar, es brew.
¿Qué es?
Fermentar.
Fermentar. Ah, ok. Brew, aquí. ¿Qué es sip? ¿Soplar?
No. Este. Cuando le tomas al agua y le es un sip, un trago.
¿Tragar?
Trago, simple trago. So what do you understand by unique?
Es único.
Right? So many kinds of nuts and beans are more flavorful when heated over on fire. This is why coffee beans are unique. No, it wouldn't be unique. So put back, regresa unique y brew no están en el lugar adecuado. Además también. Okay, so roasted. ¿Quién tienes con roasted?
Rostizado.
Right. Pero hacia café. O cosas así como las cosas que se fermentan. Asado, right? So, no sé, se asa el café. ¿En qué oración se menciona que hacen eso al café o algo que están asando?
El 5. Many kinds of nuts and beans are more flavorful when heated over a fire.
Correct. Okay, very good.
So this is brew, not roasted.
Roasted.
Around the world, people use different methods too.
So their coffee, they do something to their coffee. What do you do to coffee?
Fermentar.
Right.
Brew.
Brew, correct?
Many people use automatic coffee making. Many people drink instant coffee
Okay, cool.
with things and dislikes sour or bitter things. So
Okay.
many people believe that Ethiopian coffee has a special.
So no other coffee has.
Unique.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Very good. We'll stop here for today.
Okay.
1 second just to place the questions that need to be asked.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you tomorrow, George.
Sounds good. Yes. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.
You too.